Back here with another episode of Road to the World Series. Today we played the third and final game of the Minnesota Twins series, where we have lost the first two. Definitely had a chance yesterday and kind of had the rug pulled out from under us, unfortunately, and we ended up losing that ball game. Started off the game real well with 3 runs in the second inning. We were up 3-0 all the way until the 7th, and then I don't know what happened. But today we're going to have Jake Arrieta starting for us. He's had a tough season this year, 3-8 with a 4.77 ERA. Should have had a win his last time out, but ended up losing to Gavin Floyd. And he's going to be facing Kyle Gibson, who has also had a tough season this year with he's 2-9 with a 5.67 ERA. At this point, I think we may be at one of our worst records of the year. 6 games below 500 at 32 and 38. We were so close a few, 10 games ago to the 500 mark, and we have just fallen apart for the last week and a half. So we really need to start picking it up again, especially as we get closer to the All-Star break, because the end of the season is coming, and we can't be in this hole that we're in right now. But we're going to have Jake Arrieta starting today. Hopefully the offense could do a little bit better instead of having one inning of punch, kind of working throughout the whole game. But let's go ahead and get into this ball game now. Let's see here. Jake's gonna wear the blues, not the throwback blues, those blues. And again, another pitcher that doesn't have full stamina. We were pitching guys to trying to save the bullpen a little bit, so a little rough, but we, gonna have to deal with it. We got some guys here that are tired too. Center field today is going to be patrolled by not Chris Codson, Kristen Norfia. He's been hot, surprisingly. And then we're going to get Schwarber. We're going to keep Schwarber in there. We need that bat in the lineup. And then we are going to sit Castro for Jonathan Herrera, who's going to play second base. So let's see here, kind of move this lineup around a little bit. Don't want Denorfia batting there. We're going to have Addison Russell leading off, and Kristen Norfia batting in the 9 hole today. This lineup we're going to roll out there with today. Schwarber is currently injured. Missed the day-to-day. If you choose to play him, his performance will be affected and risk a chance of further aggravating an injury. We're going to go ahead and keep him in there. We'll want Matt Caesar in there. I need the best lineup possible. I need to win this game. But that's going to go ahead and do it for me. I'm going to go ahead and kick it out to Matt, Eric, and Steve out at the ballpark in Minnesota, and I'll be back after the game, guys. Enjoy.
Baseball this afternoon from the great state of Minnesota. It's Cubs baseball on the show. Next. Afternoon baseball now on the show from Target Field in downtown Minneapolis. One for the dads here as we get you set for this Father's Day matchup between the Cubs and the Minnesota Twins. With that, we say hello again, everybody, and welcome to Cubs Baseball. Matt Vasgersian with you, Mike Side. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Eric, let's give the folks at home a look at what's happened in the first 2 games of the series.
Yeah, you see there, the home fans have got the brooms out for this one. The guys have taken the first 2 games of this 3-game series, and the way they're playing, they've got to be the favorites in this one, too.
More from the guys moving forward this afternoon, but first, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Chicago Cubs, as Joe Madden will line them up like this. And look there at the starting pitcher charged with facing these guys, as his numbers are on your Aaron Hicks is into the ball game now as he'll take over out in left field.
Number 35.
Addison Russell will step to the plate now as we're ready to get this one underway.
Leading off the afternoon for the Cubs, shortstop Addison Russell.
Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball one. Eric, these Twins as they take the field here this afternoon. They're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, and when you're playing good baseball, suddenly first place starts coming into clearer focus. They've really made up some ground here in this past week or so.
The 2-0. 3-0 now.
And that questionable call on the previous pitch, it really changes the at-bat because he doesn't want to just lay one in there on 2-0. Now it's 3-0, and the tide is not working in his favor.
Here it comes, 3-0. And no doubt about this one, it's in there, 3-1.
Yeah, just to get me over fastball, anything to avoid a 4-pitch walk to start the game.
The pitch. Now a broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. And he's retired here, 1 away.
You know, you always worry about the pitcher in a situation like this because he's the closest one to the action. So, of course, he has the least amount of time to dodge anything that comes his way. But he concentrates well enough to get the baseball and throw the guy out at first.
Stepping in now, Chris Bryant, as he'll swing here and lift a fly ball out to right center. Santana is over to his right as he puts this one away, 2 down. Anthony Rizzo will have his first opportunity now as it comes with the bases empty here in the top of the first. Now here's the first pitch. Hard hit to third. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. So a relatively routine start for the top of the first here. The Twins coming up, no score. Starting lineup for the Twins looks like this. They'll match up against a guy trying to put it all together, the right-hander Jake Arrieta. And there's a look at the defensive alignment for the Cubs here. Eduardo Nunez will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first.
Leading out for the Twins, the shortstop, Eduardo Nunez.
The cutter runs outside, ball one. EK, one-year-old ball clubs. The Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
And you know, the little things have been a recurring theme on these telecasts for years now. But when you're in a losing streak like this, no matter how minor it is, it always seems like the little things are going the other team's way. That has certainly been the case these last few games.
And a changeup runs inside on him as he's got to back out of the way of that one.
Sometimes if you let that changeup go too soon, it'll take off on you. He's lucky that didn't hit him.
Come on, Quinn.
Here he comes on 2-1. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Here's the 2-2 offering. Fastball is outside, and it's full now, 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And this will be lined into center field, and they've got themselves their first hit of the ball game.
Well, things are looking up for these guys to start the ball game. They get a 1-2-3 top half. Then now, leadoff single here in the home half, off to a great start.
Danny Santana will stand in for the first time now, and he's got that average up over the 300 mark to begin play. First pitch coming. Lays off 1-0. Now, how important is it going to be for this guy to throw that curveball for strikes?
I don't know that he necessarily needs to ever throw it for a strike. I mean, if it's around the plate and he's getting guys to go after it, it's doing its job. But if he starts to get too high or too far outside, then it's just an easy take.
A runner at first with no outs here. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1 pitch. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
This is a good fastball spot for him now, and keep in mind, he's got a big hole on that right side of the infield.
Here's a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball, and it's full now at 3-2. Nobody out, runner on first. Here's the full count offering. And the payoff pitch is chopped foul at home plate, so we'll do it again. Still 3-2. Payoff pitch one more time. Boy, really making him work now as the 7th pitch of the at-bat is also fouled away, so the count will hold steady at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And it looked like he jammed him that time a bit as it's hit in the air to center field. Denorfia is there, and he has it for the first out.
Yeah, that was a really good battle right there. It took him a lot of pitches to finally get the fly ball out. Now, obviously you're not going to get on base, but I wouldn't consider that a wasted at-bat at all.
Joe Mauer will dig in now. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. Now the first pitch. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. Runners on first with 1 down. 1-0 on the way. And this one misses again to Mauer. 2-0 now.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Now the 2-0. Lined hard to center field. And Mauer's going to get himself a base hit. And he will make it around as he gets in there at third on what was a terrible throw.
And he continues to stay hot. He's got that average up into the 290s now as he comes through with another base hit here.
Brian Dozier will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame yesterday afternoon. First pitch on the way. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. And he finds a way to focus on the baseball there as he has it for a big out number 2.
The key here as a first baseman, you've got to be able to stay focused on the baseball, which is easy for me to say. I don't have half a bat heading my way, but that's a nice job down there to take this one in.
Corey Hunter will get his first opportunity now, and as you can see, he hasn't been much of a contributor these past 10 or so games, as you see the average there. First pitch coming. Off the plate and low here, ball 1. Seems like he's missed his spots a few times here already.
Yeah, he hasn't been overly sharp, that's for sure. It hasn't caught up to him yet, but he's going to need to find that rhythm.
And he misses low with it, 2-0.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
Here's the 2-0. Now a ball hit foul off to the right and up into the crowd. Runners on first and third, 2 away. He's falling behind now, 3-1.
You need to be awfully careful here. The runners at the corners, that's bad enough. You do not want to load the bases here in the very first inning.
The 3-1 coming. Line down the left field line. But this is going to get foul. Now the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. Twins strand a pair. We played an inning. No score. Jorge Soler will stand in, and he wasn't much of a factor yesterday as he took an 0 for 4 in the loss.
Soler.
Now here's the first pitch. Hit hard towards the hole. And that is through into right field for a single.
And you check this out. This is on the inside part of the plate, but he still is able to take it to the opposite field. I'll tell you, that is bat control at its finest right there.
Mike Olt will stand in as he'll get a break from playing the field and be the DH here in this one.
Yeah, it's a nice luxury to have here in an interleague ball game. You give him a little bit of a break from the field, but you still keep that big bat in the lineup.
First offering on the way. And he'll go after the first offering here, although this looked to be well below the knees. It's strike 1.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Prior to the 0-1, here's a look to first. And late reactions, and they got him.
So much for their first hit of the ball game. Didn't even seem to be that terrific of a move. They just caught him off guard there.
Now the pitch. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
And now a pitch on the way. Now a swing and a little pop-up here right behind home plate. Here's another 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
And now, as a hitter, 1-2, you've got to be thinking right center field. They'll take a little swing out and try to drive something the other way.
Struck him out, but he'll try for first on the drop third strike. And indeed, the throw will finish him off as they get the put out at first, and there are 2 away now.
Kind of a double-edged sword right there. He wants to bounce a curveball to get a swing through, and he gets it, but then he's got to worry about that ball maybe getting away. Fortunately, that's a nice play to keep it close and get the runner out at first.
In now, Jonathan Herrera. And he pulls it to deep right field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Nothing happening there for the Cubbies. We'll go to the bottom of the second, no score. Trevor Plouffe will get his first shot down, and he's seen that average climb a bit here recently thanks to what he's done over the course of these last 5 ball games. And here's the first pitch. In there, 0-1. Pitch on the way. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
You can do it, Twins! Yeah! Let's go, Twins!
The 1-1 home. This one's in there. Maybe should have been strike 3, but instead it's 1-2 now.
Let us do it, Twins!
1-2.
Here we go!
Now a ball hit high in the air, deep down the line in left, hooking just a little, but that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall. And he gets in there standing. He's got himself a double. So the double puts him right into scoring position here to kick off the home second. And as we check out the Twins leaderboard, you can see he currently sits 3rd on the ball club in that category. Byron Buxton will stand in now with a good chance to break the seal here following the leadoff double.
Well, it's a good RBI opportunity, but you've got to remember your first job, which is to at least get that guy over to third base.
Come on, you can do it!
Here's the first pitch to him. Now we'll try to beat one out here, but this will be just foul. He waits. Now the pitch. In there, and it's 0-2 now. He's ready. Now the pitch. And he struck him out.
One thing you learn real quick as a rookie, you don't get any easy at-bats at this level. You got to be thinking up there every single pitch because guys up here, they'll tear you apart if you don't.
Kurt Suzuki will stand in now. 0 for 4 in that day game yesterday. First pitch to him. Swung on and lifted down the left field line. Coghlan is there, and he makes the catch for the out. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
Batting ninth, left fielder, Aaron Hicks.
Aaron Hicks will stand in here for the first time, looking to pick up that runner from second with 2 away here. Now the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but this is foul for the first strike. From the stretch. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1.
Pitch count already becoming a factor. He's at 34 now, still not out of the second inning.
Now the 1-1 pitch. 2-1.
Boy, what a nice job so far of working himself into a hitter's count. Now he can go to work on maybe picking up that 2-out RBI out of the 9-hole.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Trying to shave that outside corner with the fastball, and he missed it. It's 3-1 now.
Boy, you have got to make this guy swing the bat here on this next pitch. This is not the guy you want to lose.
The 3-1 pitch. And a full count now, 3-2.
And on the mound, you'd like to finish this off, but still, you don't have to lay one in there on 3-2.
Let's go, Quinn.
Full count pitch on its way. There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. And this one is gone, a home run. So a two-run shot to left center as the Twins have taken a 2-0 lead.
Normally, when you hear guys talking about pitches that hang, they're talking about the curveball, maybe a slider, but this is a cut fastball. It just hangs. You see it there. Just right out over the heart of the plate. He doesn't miss it.
Standing in now, Eduardo Nunez.
Shortstop.
As he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Here's the pitch. Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Well, I think this was a little bit of a gamble from my perspective. I had a feeling that he'd take a big turn around first and then hold on, but he was having none of that. He's smelling 2 all the way, and he's going to make it there with a hustle double.
Into the box, Danny Santana, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1.
Let's go.
Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. That's now 10 doubles for him on the season. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Pause, now the pitch. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1.
Let's go, Quinn. Come on, Quinn.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. And nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
And this is a guy that needs to throw that curveball for strikes.
Yeah, when he doesn't have command on it, that's when he has to lean on his fastball. And sometimes that'll get him in trouble.
Now he turns on one and rips it down the line. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. The throw to the plate. And the run will score from second here as this is now a 3-0 game.
You can just sort of tell by looking at him, he's still searching for that release point on his breaking ball. And that's 3 runs that are in against him already, and he has not really looked sharp at all so far.
Joe Mauer will try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. And a sure sign that trouble is afoot, as there is already some action in that bullpen now, and we're just in the second inning. And that misses inside 1-0. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
The 1-0 now to Mauer. And now a stoppage here as a balk has been called. And that could wind up being a costly one, as it'll move that base runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
Come on, Quinn.
1-0. Another fastball. This one he gets by him. It's 1-1.
Yeah, and you got to be careful that you don't go up there helping them out, especially if you get that feeling that they're trying to work around you.
Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hack.
The 2-1 home. And a swing by Mauer, but they got him out in front as this is going to find the seats in right, a foul ball. 2-2. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. A lot of deep counts for these guys early on.
And the more the better as far as they're concerned. They'd like to get him out of here as quick as they can.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Hit on the ground to short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. We've played 2. It's now 3-0 in favor of the Twins. Number 12 will lead things off. Bottom third of the order set to go here in the third.
Number 12.
Here's the first offering. And this is fouled back and out of play. Now here's the pitch. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Now the pitch. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. Another 0-2 coming. And a good 2-strike swing here as he's been fighting off some tough pitches, but the count will remain at 0-2. The next 0-2. Swung on and hit in the air to left. One away here to begin the third. So with one gone here in the inning, it's time to check out the Cubs' upcoming schedule so you can plan your week around staying at home and watching Cubs baseball here with us. Leadoff man retired. Here's the left fielder, Chris Coghlan. Here's the first offering. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now here's the pitch. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. And you figure to see that change up more and more as this day progresses.
And the first time through the lineup, you want these guys to know that you've got this pitch in your arsenal. Sometimes pitchers want to hold on to pitches and not show everything right away, but here, you want these guys to be thinking, I know he's got that changeup, so I'd better not sit on the fastball too often.
Started to go. They'll look for the appeal down to third and ring him up, says the third base umpire. He's gone.
Well, the reason he's having the success he's had so far comes down to one main reason. It's changing speeds effectively. And you saw it in evidence right there. That's what you got to do to be a big-time pitcher.
Stepping in now, Chris Denorfio. As he'll swing and send a line drive out to right field. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here as this is a beauty to end the inning. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Brian Dozier makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3. First pitch coming. And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1.
And even though that is a strike, it's okay. These guys have been really patient at the plate. They've had a good game plan up there, and it's worked out for them so far.
The pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. And they can't run it down. And now a pitch on the way. Tried to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Well, let's get you a shot of this reaction at the plate in show motion. You think he agreed with the call? I don't think he did.
In is Torrey Hunter. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
You know, it's so important with guys like this to get ahead with strike 1. Put them behind in the count and on their back foot right away.
1 strike now to Hunter. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. Here comes the 1-1. A little bit outside. 2-1.
Yeah, and on 2-1 right now, you gotta figure this guy's wound up for the fastball here. Maybe you come with the breaking ball here out of the zone and hope he goes after it.
Hit hard to third, but a quick glove at third, and there are 2 gone.
Oh, you can feel for him, too, because you know exactly what's going through his mind right there. You can't believe it. You know when you're going good at the plate, all the little flares and bleeders, they all start going your way and they fall in. But when you're scuffling like he has, even the Rockets find a glove.
Here's Trevor Plouffe standing in. Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. Will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Down go the Twins in order, but they lead it 3-0. Addison Russell will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th.
Shortstop, Addison Russell.
Now here's the first pitch. Look out, a fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
1-0 pitch now. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike.
And after you move a guy off the plate and you know he's all worked up, that's a perfect time to drop a curveball or a changeup on him. Great pitch call right there.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
Well, as we've seen so far, this isn't a team that's going to wait around too long to feel a pitcher out. They're an aggressive team all the way from top to bottom. And if that first pitch is anywhere close, most of these guys are going to take a hack at it.
Oh, and he's caught looking at a beautiful curveball there as that buckled him for the first out of the inning. So with that, let's call on the guys in the graphics department to put up the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And as you see there, just 1 mile an hour separating these 2 arms so far. 96 on one hand, 95 on the other. Chris Bryant will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. Now the first pitch. Hit hard to the right side, but right to him out at second. Had him played perfectly that time, and there are 2 gone now.
Very quickly, 5 pitches and 2 outs here in the 4th. Well, those are the kind of innings you love to have if you plan on working deep into a ballgame.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
First pitch coming. That's on the ground to short. This should end the inning. To his left, he's got it. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They trail in this one 3-0. Byron Buxton will lead things off here in the home half of the fourth.
Fielder, Byron Buxton.
First pitch coming. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike one. Pitch on the way. And now he'll try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And the throw will be too late, so it's a bunt single to get him started here.
Man, you get flat out fly. I mean, once this thing got down, you figured if this is a fair ball, it's a base hit. That's almost too easy there.
Kurt Suzuki will try it again. He flew out his first time. Now here's the first pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
That one's a called strike. Back even at 1. Ready now on 1-1. This is foul right side. The 1-2. Now a hard hit ball back up the middle. And that'll just elude his outstretched glove for a base hit.
Things are not really going his way out there for him at all. I mean, that's already 8 hits he's allowed in just 3+ innings. It's hard to imagine him turning things around the way he's thrown the ball so far.
Aaron Hicks will try things again. He hit that 2-run homer his first time. And he lays off there 1-0.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
The 1-0. And that misses low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Eric, what are you looking for here?
It's a fastball count, but he doesn't always play by the rules out there, so this could very well be a slider or something away. So in other words, I have no idea.
And now a called strike that time. As the zone expands a bit here, it's 2-1 now.
Well, he's been in a tough stretch offensively, and this sure ain't going to help.
3 runs, 8 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. Now a ball lined towards center field. And that's in there. Base hit. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And on the error, a run is going to score.
This guy has certainly been a tough out so far. Follows up that home run from earlier with his 3rd RBI of the ball.
Eduardo Nunez will step in. He doubled and later scored his last time. First pitch on the way. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Runners lead from first and third. Here's the pitch. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1.
And for that guy right there, this is going to be an important inning. He's already given up 4 runs through 3. And you know, they need to get a minimum of 5, hopefully 6 innings out of him. So he needs to show something right here.
1-1 on the way. And they'll come inside with this one, but the result's the same. It's to 2-1 now.
Well, you know, 3 straight hits are bad enough, but now he's making things even worse by falling behind the next guy.
A 2-1 offering. Swing and a hard hit ball to second. But this is hauled in by the second baseman.
Sure not fooling a whole lot of guys in these first few innings. That ball was absolutely raked, and it's not the first one that's been hit hard. He's just fortunate that that one was right at his man.
In now, Danny Santana, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch. It's strike 1. Runners lead from first and third. Here's the pitch. takes a pitch high and away for ball one.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Let's go, Quinn.
Now the 1-1. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
Come on, pop one.
Runners are at first and third, 1 away. Here's the 1-2.
Here we go.
This is hit sharply to the left side. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And they'll add another as this is now a 5-0 game. The throw to third. And they won't come close to getting him. He's in there at third. Joe Mauer will stand in another dangerous spot here in the inning as this ball game is hanging on the precipice of getting out of hand.
Yeah, I think you have to get this guy if you're going to have any chance of sticking around. Even a single here might put this one out of reach.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. And it looks like the Cubs will get a left-hander up and working out of the bullpen. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
And a fastball in there for a strike, 1-1.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
Here's the 1-1. Now a ball sprayed foul into the seats near third. The 1-2 home to Mauer. He makes good contact on it as this is going to make its way through into left field for a base hit. And add one more as this is now a 6-0 ball game.
You want to talk about a guy putting his all into a throw? Watch this. Now that's what you call effort.
Brian Dozier will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
Let's go, Quinn.
First offering on the way. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Three runs already home here. Runners lead from first and third. Here's the pitch. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. The 1-1. Ball hit pretty well out toward left center. Catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And he will get in to score, and it's a run batted in on the sacrifice fly.
Well, it's been a big inning already, and they tack on another run here on the sacrifice fly. But at this point, I think defensively, you're just happy to take an out.
Corey Hunter will dig in now. He struck out and lined out in his first 2 at-bats. And here's the first pitch. Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. That look says it all in the third base dugout.
That's not the look of a guy who's going to be sleeping well tonight, is it?
The 1-0. Sliced down the line at first, but a foul ball, 1-1. 4 runs here in this half inning. The 1-1. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
And you kind of get the sense that his head isn't in it right now. You got to put all your concentration into that hitter. You can leave worrying about the pass for your film session tomorrow.
Ready with the 2-1. Takes that one a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike now.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. I mean, he probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank, so The more you make them work, the better your chances of getting a mistake.
And sorry to interrupt, but the play has been made for the third out. Inning over. So it's 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a man left. We played 4 full. It's the Twins 7 and the Cubs nothing. Jorge Soler will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th.
Right fielder, Jorge Soler.
First pitch to him. Gets under this one as this is hit high and pretty deep out there to center field. Buxton is there to put this one away, and it's a very quick out to start the 5th. A look at our line score here through the first 4, and as we've mentioned, just 1 hit for these guys this afternoon. Mike Olt will stride in again. He struck out swinging his first time. Here's the first pitch to him. Now the second pitch of the inning is sent on the ground out to second. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Yeah, it's not like he needed any help. He's pitching well enough as it is, but this is now 2 pitches and 2 outs here in the inning. And he's growing more and more confident with every passing batter.
Jonathan Herrera will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. Here's the first offering. Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Now here it comes. Now he turns on a fastball here and sends it to deep right field. Santana is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. Down go the Cubs on just 4 pitches. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Eric Jokic is going to take over here in inning number 5 as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep them in the game here. Trevor Plouffe will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
Third baseman, Trevor Plouffe.
And here's one that misses to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 6 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1. And here's his fastball for a called strike 1, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top. Just fire that thing in there.
Here's the 1-1. Called strike, and he's behind 1 and 2.
Oh, nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Come on!
Now the rookie deals on 1 and 2. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
Well, it's really not too hard to figure out what the game plan is on a guy like this. You cannot give him anything up around the belt that he can drive. So you're going to see that all 4 pitches are either mid-thigh or below, and that's right about where you're going to want to be pitching against a guy like this.
Standing in now, Byron Buxton. As he'll ground this one foul off to the right, it's strike 1. Now the pitch. And this is hit sharply on the ground toward the hole. And into left field for a 1-out hit.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a 2-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody lately, and he comes through again here.
Kurt Suzuki will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. Here's the first offering. Cut fastball in there for a called strike. Runner at first here, one man out. Has a look, now the pitch. Hit hard to the right. Foul. Comes set, now the pitch. And this is going to be a foul ball. Here comes another 0-2. Ball and 2 strikes now to the 2014 All-Star. 7 runs on 12 hits and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. And now one taken by Suzuki as he draws it even at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
The 2-2. He's able to ride this one high and deep toward right center. But that'll be off the wall in right center. Around third and being waved on home. And the runner will score from first.
And every hitter knows you're going to see more fastballs when you've got good speed over there at first base. And that's exactly what he gets here as he drives this one. And of course, because of that speed, that runner's going to come all the way around and score from first base.
Into the box, Aaron Hicks. Now a hard liner toward short. That's in there, base hit. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. Around third and being waved on home. And the runner is in from second. And he is in there with an RBI triple.
Don't look now, but he's closing in on what might be an historic performance. He's got a single, he's got a homer. Now he's got a triple to go along with the other 2. He could come up with a double next time up. He could put his name in the record books.
Into the box now, Eduardo Nunez. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's ready now, the pitch. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground towards short. And now against his body, a jump throw. And the throw will be too late as he couldn't get enough on it, and that'll score the run from third.
Yeah, tough break there defensively with 2 away. Gets the ground ball he needed to get out of the inning, but this ball just wound up in the perfect place and winds up as an infield single and an RBI.
In now, Danny Santana, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Runners on first with 1 down. Comes set, now the pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And now, as a reliever, you've got to go out and give 100% and focus on the task at hand. And you can't let the emotion enter the equation or it'll mess up your concentration and things will get even worse.
And a curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now 1-2.
And with a runner on first here, you're playing right into the pitcher's hands if you go chasing pitches below the knees. You got to know the situation and make him bring something up in the zone.
Another 1-2 delivery. And a swing and a ball hit foul heading for the seats. So another foul ball here, and it remains 1-2. Runners off for second. Grounded, foul. Here's another 1-2. And that'll even the count here. It's now 2-2 to the Minnesota shortstop.
Such a good at-bat right here. When you can grind out 7, 8 pitches against a guy that's running short on gas, that can be huge.
And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
And this is where the scouting report really pays off. I mean, sometimes you just got to go looking for a soft spot in the guy's zone, and they found one there.
So here's Joe Mauer as he swings and hits this one foul off to the right and out of play. He's set, now the pitch. He's running towards second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
Well, it's still early and no lead is ever safe when you've got more than half the ball game to go. but you have to wonder if maybe it might not be a bad idea to put up the red light with the lead where it is.
So 1-1 home. A ball hit hard to the left side. And that's in there. Base hit. Oh, and he runs right through the stop sign. And the runner will score from second.
Tack on another run there. They've put up 11 now in the ball game, and this offense is definitely running on all cylinders.
Brian Dozier will step in now. 0 for 2 to this point. Now the first pitch. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. A runner on first with 2 away. Here's a 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, I think he's letting this situation get the better of him out there. But you have to have a short memory if you're a relief pitcher. You can't dwell on what just happened.
And on 2-0, this is a fly ball out to right field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So it's 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a man left. 5 innings complete. It's the Twins 11 and the Cubs nothing. Number 12 will come in now to start things out here in their half of the 6th as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just 1 hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fella on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
Now here's the first pitch. Hit on the ground towards first. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching, and this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
Chris Coghlan will dig in here. Took a called 3rd strike his first time. First pitch coming. Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. 1 out, nobody on. Here it comes. Swing and a hard hit ball towards the hole. And the 6th inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away.
Well, this is one of those situations where his guys got him the lead early on, and he's been in complete control ever since. I mean, he's barely been threatened out there.
Chris Denorfia will stand in. A line-out victim his first time. First pitch coming. And this is fouled back and out of play. Here's the pitch. This is up the middle, and it's going to get into center field. It's a 2-out hit.
The batter, number 4, shortstop.
And you know what? These guys have gone a long time without a base runner. You have to go all the way back to the 2nd inning for their last one, because they haven't been able to solve this guy at all.
Addison Russell will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Come on, let's get me out here! Enough, Doug!
First pitch coming. Runner goes. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Cubs are down quietly. They trail in this one 11-0. Corey Hunter will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one. Usually a major force in their offense.
Now here's the first pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
And we all know that this guy doesn't really have the velocity to get it past a whole lot of major league hitters. So he's got to rely on that location, in and out, up and down, and that was perfect right there.
One strike now to Hunter. Now a bullet back up the middle, and that'll get on by into center field for a leadoff single.
And you can tell when these guys have gone up to the plate, they've had a plan. They're just not wildly swinging, hoping for things to work out. They've been looking for specific pitches in specific locations. The advanced scouts, they've earned their pay in this one.
Trevor Plouffe will dig in. Strikeout victim his last time. Now the first pitch. There's the cut fastball, but it's low, 1-0. The 1-0 home. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Foul. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a liner, but that's a foul ball. Here comes a 1-2. Now here's a ball hit sharply toward the right side. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now. Byron Buxton will step in. Singled and came around to score his last time. First offering on the way. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Now with 2 on, nobody out, you got to be thinking strikeout double play out there on the mound. One or the other is what you really need.
From the stretch. Swing and a line drive to center field. That's in there. Base hit around third and being waved on home. And the runner will score from second.
Now you can pretty clearly see he's starting to make some mistakes in location, and they're jumping on him. Here, this is out over the plate. He doesn't miss it. Lines it for an RBI single.
Stepping in now, Kurt Suzuki, as he swings and pops this one foul off to the right, out of play. From the belt, the pitch. Now a curveball, but he might have flown open a bit. It's 1-1.
It doesn't take a trained eye to tell you. He's starting to wear down a bit out there on the mound.
First and second here with nobody out. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here.
Well, you know, he's starting to look a little bit frustrated out there. He's looking for the right formula, but he hasn't been able to find it.
Here it comes, 2-1. Cut fastball, and he's got to lean out of the way of that one.
And giving up hits is one thing, but judging by that pitch, he doesn't have any consistency with that release point. He's all over the place.
Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. None out, runners at first and second. Now the 3-1. Oh, he had him fooled there. It's 3-2 now. Payoff pitch coming. Now a ball hit foul down the line in right and in amongst the fans. Another full count pitch home. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
It's hard to believe that for all the runs that have been scored, this is just their first walk of the ball game. What they've gotten, they've had to earn it, and they're going to get another base runner right now.
Aaron Hicks will dig in again, and as he does, we'll flash you back to inning number 2 as you get a look at his 2-run homer that was a big blow early on. First pitch on the way. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
You cannot let this situation get any worse. You got to be thinking strikeout or ground ball. Even if you allow 1 run to score in this inning, that would be a major victory.
Pause, now the pitch. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. He's set, now the pitch. Swing, hard hit ball to second. And that'll just sneak past the glove, and it should be a base hit. 1 run is scored. And the second run will score as well.
You talk about a guy putting a team on his back. Drive home 2 more runs here, and that'll make this a 6 RBI day. It seems like the more runners on base, the better he gets.
Eduardo Nunez. We'll see if he can keep it going. 3 for 4 thus far. Jason Mott will come on now to try and sort this mess out, as he'll likely be asked to go at least a few innings here. Eduardo Nunez will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed, as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here. And here's the first pitch. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. First and second here with nobody out. Has a look, now the pitch. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side, as the count will move to 0-2 now. From the belt, kicks and deals. Line hard into left. But coming on quickly is the left fielder to make the play for the first out.
And this one could have been big trouble here, but this carries out there just far enough to find the outfielder's glove. And that means that both runners, neither of whom were running on contact, are forced to head back to where they started.
Into the box, Danny Santana, as he'll go after the first pitch and send a ground ball down to third. On to Rizzo, but a little slow in developing, as they'll just get the 1 out.
Yeah, and right here, he knew that at second base he was going to have to hurry this throw back to first if he had any chance to double him up. And you see his throw get away from him, but since there's no advancement, it's going to be a straight fielder's choice, no error on the play.
So here's Joe Mauer, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that one. It just got on him too fast.
You can do it!
Runners lead from first and third. Here's the pitch. Trying to go the other way. This is looped out toward third. But an easy play over at third, and that'll be that. So they pick up 3 runs on 4 hits here. No errors, and 2 men left stranded. 7th inning coming up. The Twins are in front, 14-0. Welcome back to Target Field here in Minneapolis. This one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. Addison Russell will stand in to lead things off, as the top of this batting order really hasn't been much of a factor so far.
Yeah, and between the top 3 guys in this lineup, no hits between them. And you got to figure you're not going to win too many games when that's the case.
First pitch to him. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
And this is handled by Mauer, and there's your first out.
Yeah, a good pitch there as he gets the pop out on the fastball as we take a look at his pitch breakdown so far.
Chris Bryant will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far. Here's the first offering. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball one. The next pitch. And now this is swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Hicks is under this one. And there's the second out of the inning.
Jeez. If I'm the hitting coach of this club, I think it might be time to preach a little plate discipline. I mean, look at that right there. They've only looked at 7 balls the entire game. This is just flat out awful.
Anthony Rizzo will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. Fouled back. Now here's the pitch. This is past the mound and into center field for a base hit.
And they're able to keep the inning alive as you check out the numbers on his performance so far. That's just the 3rd hit he's allowed to this point. He's been pretty much in control the whole way.
Jorge Soler will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far. Now the first pitch. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. But he will make the catch on the dead run as he tracks it down just shy of the wall, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Cubs, but this one's pretty much over, 14-0. Brian Dozier will step in now to lead off the home half of the 7th. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Yorvis Medina will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Brian Dozier will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Swung on and hit in the air out toward left. There to take it in is Coghlan, and there's your first out.
Now batting, designated hitter, Torii Hunter.
Torii Hunter will dig in. He singled and later scored his last time. Here's the first offering. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And the pitch. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
Well, he's looking like he's a little too amped up out there. He's got to channel that a little more because that pitch wasn't that close.
Now the 2-0. And, oh, he got the glove up in time as this ball grills him. And now, fortunately, they will get an out here. And now they'll hustle out there and attend to their pitcher, and that was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee. But if there's one thing I know about this guy, he will not want to come out of this game. And from all indications, it looks like he's going to try to continue. Trevor Plouffe will try again. 2 for 4 in the ballgame. First pitch coming. And And they'll start him with a fastball that misses down and away for a ball. 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. 1-0 on the way. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. Now here's the pitch.
Here we go.
Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1. Pitch on the way. Ball 3.
When you're already down by a bunch, this is where a guy's got to take some responsibility out there and start throwing some strikes.
Here he comes. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Good pitch, and it's full now. 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Up next for Minnesota, center fielder
Byron Buxton will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk. Now here's the first pitch. A late swing here as this is hit hard to the right side. This gets foul. It's 0-1. He's ready now. The pitch. Fastball called for strike 2.
Now 0-2 here. This is where you need to expand the zone. If it's close, you got to let it fly.
He waits. Now the pitch. And this one will be foul back in among the fans. The 0-2 once more. Good waste pitch. 1-2. From the stretch. Swinging a ball hit hard on the ground at first. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error. Kurt Suzuki will come forward now in an RBI opportunity he probably didn't think he'd have.
Yeah, it certainly didn't look like he'd have one, but now's where you really have to make teams pay. Nothing will demoralize a team in the field quite like having 2-out errors that lead to runs.
First pitch coming. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1.
He knows he should be out of the inning already, but you know he's got to pick up his defender behind him and get out of this.
All right, let's go.
He's set. Now the pitch. Another fastball. Another called strike. 0-2 now.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Pause. Now the pitch. And a swing and a miss as all he could do was reach out in vain for that one, and the side is retired. Twin strand a pair, but they're still on cruise control. 14-0. Mike Olt will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
First pitch coming. Now a swing and a sharp ground ball toward the hole. And this is going to find its way into left for a base hit, and the leadoff man's aboard to start the 8th.
And this is really one of the few balls they've hit solidly all afternoon. So now we'll see if maybe they can get something going here.
Jonathan Herrera will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far. Now the first pitch. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. Comes set. Now the pitch. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. A quick out number one.
Well, it probably wasn't the way he wanted to move the guy into scoring position, but it's going to have to do, and he's going to get that man up to second base now with one away.
Number 12 will step in. He's 0 for 2 to this point. First offering on the way. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Runner at second here with one man out. He's set. Now the pitch. Swinging a hard liner to center field. And that's in there. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And the runner is in from second.
And with that, there goes the shutout here in the 8th inning. Now if they're going to make a game of this thing, they're going to have to string a few more hits together in a hurry.
Chris Coghlan will stand in to keep things going. And I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on?
Well, at the very least, I like that they're showing some character out there. You never want to go down without a fight, so they're going to make these final at-bats count.
Now here's the first pitch. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Another example there of a guy chasing after that first pitch and falling behind.
Yeah, and Matt, we've seen it time and time again. It is something that these guys just have to be more aware of. At this point, why would you even throw them a strike on the first pitch?
Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2.
You talk about tying a guy up. My goodness.
From the belt, the pitch. Hit hard back up the middle. And that'll get down for a base hit.
And things are starting to change for the worse out there. Now, this is a guy who hadn't given up a run until earlier this inning. And now all of a sudden, he's having a hard time getting anybody out. Looks to me like he's hit the wall out there.
Chris Denorfio will step in. 1 for 2 in the ballgame. And here's the first pitch. Not his best effort that time. It's strike one. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
From the belt, kicks and deals. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now.
That got in his kitchen big time right there.
Has a look, now the pitch. Here's a swing, and he saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And no one will get this one. Now another 0-2. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Runners are at first and second with one away. Here's another 0-2. Here's a swing and a shot back up the middle. That's in there. Base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with one away.
Yeah, and he makes the right decision holding him at third there. A lot of people might say, why not send him? Well, it's because you don't need one run. You need lots of runs. No sense taking any chances at this point.
Addison Russell will have a shot to do some damage, but he can't get them all back, so he needs to just get on base here. First pitch to him. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
I think he saw stars in his eyes there. He was thinking grand slam on that one.
Comes set, now the pitch. And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. Buxton is there, and that should be deep enough to score the run. And he will score on the sacrifice fly. But he gets back in time, safe at second base.
And I'll tell you what, guys, he did not miss a grand slam by a whole lot. He'll wind up getting the sacrifice fly in the RBI, but you see just how close this ball came to getting out of here.
Into the box now, Chris Bryant, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one.
And this is a guy who will not get cheated up there, and he almost came out of his shoes on that one.
He waits, now the pitch. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Oh, and you can tell by these first couple swings, he's not just looking to poke one through the right side of the infield. He's looking to put something into orbit.
He's set, now the pitch. Swing and a hard ground ball to third. Oh, and he lets the ball play him that time, and it kicks by him into left. The throw home, and now they've got him caught in a rundown.
This is a very good approach here with 2 strikes. It's a smart approach. You know, he's not trying to come out of his shoes here. He just makes a good 2-strike adjustment and delivers a nice solid base hit. That's how you do it.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in, the 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away. First pitch on the way. Now a sharply hit ball back up the middle. And that's in there, base hit. And the second runner will pull up stakes over at third, so 1 run is in and the bases stay loaded with 2 away.
Just a line drive right back where it came from. He was all over that one, and that'll get that runner in for third base.
Jorge Soler will dig in with Cubs runners on every base and 2 men down. Here's the first offering. Now a swing and a ball pulled down the line to third. And he tries to get to the backhand, but it gets on by. 1 run scores. And the second run will score as well.
Now batting, designated hitter, Mike Olt.
Now here comes the Twins manager on his way to the mound. And a change will be forthcoming. That'll be it for Kyle Gibson. He'll leave after an up and down 7 2/3 innings, but he stands to be the winning pitcher should this score hold up. Casey Fiend will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. Mike Olt will stand in with a showdown looming. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 8. Now the Twins are going to get a lefty up and throwing in the bullpen. And now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. Here's the first pitch to him. And that swung on and missed for strike 1. I think that man right there is reaching the end of his wits.
Oh, his team is absolutely imploding right now, and it basically came out of nowhere.
Come on, let's hold on.
Pause, now the pitch. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, but this is back into the seats, a foul ball. He's ready now, the pitch. And this is going to be a foul ball. Another 0-2 coming. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. 2 men are on with 2 men out. The next 0-2. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. A big pitch here, 1-2. And strike 3 there as they'll finally work out of the inning as the side is retired. All in all, 10 men come to the plate and 5 score. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. Twins lead it 14-5. Aaron Hicks will Step in looking to remain perfect. He's already... Keep this deficit from Archer. Aaron Hicks. A step in looking to remain perfect. He's already 4 for 4. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. And he goes down and gets this fastball and takes it high in the air to deep straightaway center. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
That's a disappointing final at bat there. Figure he probably won't get another shot at finishing off the cycle, but still a very good performance to say the least.
Eduardo Nunez will try again, working on a good ball game, 3 for 5 thus far. Now the first pitch. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Bases are empty. 1 man out. David Ross is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate.
David Ross.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
The right-hander deals on 1-2. And that'll even the count here. It's now 2-2 to the Minnesota shortstop.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1-2. You start it in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. Turned out to be a good take.
Now the 2-2 pitch. And maybe an excuse me swing there as this is tapped in front of the mound. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Getting late in the day here, and as this has been a long one, we check out our line score to this point. The scoreboard operator's going to sleep well tonight because, as you can see, he's been a pretty busy man through the first 7 and change. Danny Santana will stand in. He grounded into a fielder's choices last time. First pitch coming. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
That's a two-seam fastball right there. It looks to the hitter like it's going to be inside, and then it tails back to the inside corner of the plate.
And now a pitch on the way. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
1-1 pitch on the way. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, even with the bases empty here and 2 away, you still need to be careful here. So he's pitched him smart so far.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Come on.
Here comes the 2-1. This ball's grounded foul. Here he comes on 2-2. And this one will be out of play off to the left. Here's the 2-2 home. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging at it.
Full count pitch on its way. Here's a shot out to the alley in right center, and they'll have a 2-out base runner. In fact, maybe good for extra bases. He's around first on his way to second now. Digging hard, he's headed for third. And he's going for it all, headed for the plate. And he will score on the inside the park home run, and that was a gift right there. Joe Mauer will dig in. He lined out hard in his last time around. Here's the first offering. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball one. Here's the 1-0. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
That's right, good eye.
Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a ground ball towards the hole. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 9th inning coming up. Minnesota leads this one 15-5. Jonathan Herrera will stand in now to begin their half of the 9th in a game that was decided long, long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now. But, hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
Now here's the first pitch. Off we go in the 9th as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Now the 1-0. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
David Ross will be the batter.
Let's sweep him, guys.
First pitch coming. Now a ball hit hard towards center, and that's a base hit.
Whoa, that's what you call chuck and duck right there. This ball's going to come screaming right back at him. He doesn't have any time to get the glove up, and it gets safely on into center field.
In now, Chris Coghlan. As he'll go after the first pitch here and pop one up over toward the left side of the infield. Plouffe camps under it, and he's got it for route number 2.
Popping it up is bad enough, but doing it on the first pitch, and out of the zone to boot. I mean, this just is not a good AB. I can tell you that.
Chris Denorfio will step in. Singleton came around to score his last time. First pitch coming. Goes the other way and sends it deep down the right field line. And that is going to wrap things up as the catch is made, and the Twins run their winning streak to 5 in a row now as this ball game is over.
Well, that's a good all-around performance. And, hey, look at it this way. They're 1-0 here to start the summer off as they get it started with a W.
Well, this one pretty much over before it started as we give you a final look at the line score here in what turned out to be a blowout victory. So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our man right there. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end, this really could have been anybody's award, but what the heck? Let's go ahead and give it to this guy. He's as deserving as anybody.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Twins are victorious in this one, 15-5. So long from Minneapolis.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 3 minutes. A reminder, fans, that additional light rail trains.
And now the 1-1 delivery, and here it is, and it's swung on.
All right, guys. Well, yeah, that if you ask me what happened with that, I have absolutely no idea. That whole series was just a complete and utter travesty. Sitting in a rut here now, just not playing well. This is very similar to the stretch I went on in April, in which I couldn't win during the week at all. Now I can't win on the weekends. Something's going to need to change here. I don't know what. I know after that St. Louis series, we finally get a day off. And I really think the team needs it. I think they're really starting to drag. Honestly, I really wish I wouldn't have had that day off after that Washington series right there. But we got a tough series coming up next against Los Angeles. We got Travis Wood versus Clayton Kershaw in Game 1. Hendricks versus Greinke in Game 2. So not starting off with a very friendly there in that series either. And then John Lester and Hyun-Jin Ryu in Game 3. And then capping that series off will be C.J. Edwards versus Brandon McCarthy. Nobody on the Dodgers really has that bad of a record. Although you do have the Cy Young candidate Clayton Kershaw, or last year's Cy Young winner as well. We're going to be facing him next game, so definitely a daunting task coming up for the next 4 games. Not an easy team to beat. They're sitting at 43-26, so they've really been rolling this year so far. If there's one good thing I can say about that last game is I hope to God we got all of the bad out and get ourselves ready for a little run here to finish off the first half of the season. Everything that could have gone wrong in that game went wrong. Defensively, the pitching was horrible. The defense was terrible. And until about the 8th inning, our offense was absolutely awful. But like I always say, if we could get a guy that could go out there and give us a quality start and then have the bullpen come in and shut down, which is the optimal situation, but not always what happens. But if we could get that, if we could give up no more than 3 runs a game, a lot of these games would have been victories. This one would have been a victory. The last one would have been a tie ball game. The one before that, that one was just a good pitcher's duel. This one here, not that one. That was a well-pitched ball game. That one, we did that. That one we wouldn't have. But, I mean, you get the idea. We would have a lot more wins than we do right now. And sitting at dead last now in the NL Central, a half game behind the Cincinnati Reds, 10 games out in the division, and an abysmal 6.5 out in the wild card. So definitely a lot of work to do over the next few months. So stay tuned, guys, and maybe I'll turn the season around. Hopefully you guys are rooting me on a little bit. But thanks for watching, guys. Let's go ahead and finish off this episode. Feel free to follow us here on Twitch at Life of Raw Sports Gaming, and then also subscribe to us on YouTube at Life of Raw Sports Gaming Network. All videos get posted up there because they get deleted off of Twitch after a couple weeks. And then also don't forget our Twitter page. I post on there almost every day. Just kind of letting you guys know what's going on with us here at Life of Raw Sports Gaming. You can check out our page at LRSGN on Twitter. Thanks for watching, guys, and you guys be sure to have a better night than I just had. And keep it real.